This training video is brought to you by K-Alliance. K-Alliance is the 21st century's educational corporation, specializing in the most comprehensive enterprise training solutions, ranging from e-learning to instructor-led training. Press play for success. After watching this video, be sure to become a Facebook fan to receive the latest updates, promotions, and course releases. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to preview the latest desktop, soft skills, and IT training videos.
Beyond just monitoring IPsec to ensure that we're actually using security and to see which connections are being secured, we will need to understand the overall IPsec troubleshooting and monitoring process as well, so that we can ensure we have success when problems occur. It's important to understand the common types of IPsec problems that might be encountered, and then what to look for in IPsec-related events. As with all troubleshooting events, IPsec is not a great deal different. In other words, we do have to follow a specific process, a methodology. Really, IPsec just kind of fits right in with that. As with any network communication, there are certain things that have to happen. Those same things have to happen in an IPsec communication, but we've just added on. There's a little bit more that happens with IPsec. And so we, as a part of the troubleshooting process, the very first thing we're going to want to do is try to eliminate IPsec. See if it actually is the problem. Well, how do we do that? Well, we can stop the IPsec policy agent on both machines. If we stop this service, then it stops the enforcement of those rules. Then we use ping just to verify network connectivity. Okay, now if that works, we couldn't communicate and now this works, then we know we've isolated that the problem is IPsec. If ping does not work with the IPsec agent stopped, then we shouldn't bother looking at IPsec, we just need to troubleshoot general network connectivity. We should look at things like the firewall settings, make sure that the rules are allowed or are set up to allow that type of traffic. Remember, connection security rules do not allow traffic in on a protocol or port number. You have to have the firewall rules in order to do that. The connection security rule simply enforces security on that connection. Then we could start the IPsec policy agent and use the IPsec monitor to see whether a security association exists. If security associations do not exist and you're not able to come to terms, then it's likely that there's something wrong on the policies on either end. Just make sure that we're consistent on authentication methods and encryption levels. Make sure that those policies are compatible with one another. We do also want to use IP Security Monitor, restarting it, making sure changes are applied. If you've made any changes to policies, do a GP update force to make sure those policies are applied. Maybe even restart the IPsec policy agent, just to make sure that it's there. Okay? Now we can have problems if the problem is beyond just, general compatibility settings. We can have problems in other areas. So troubleshooting Internet Key Exchange, IKE, which is your main mode statistics. The first thing again is just connectivity issues, port and firewall issues. Those are going to be consistent and those could cause problems with the security association as well. But there's also an oakley.log file on each machine. That is logged by default. We can look for potential issues in there. It provides more detailed information on the actual key exchange. And we can find some errors as well in the Windows Firewall with Advanced Security Snap-in for the main mode key exchange issues. Negotiation events that we might see in the system log, or the security log, would be success and failure events. 541, 2, and 3 are success events for main and quick mode being established, quick and main mode being deleted, and then failures would be audit error code 547. Okay, that doesn't necessarily going to tell me exactly what the problem is, but it's at least going to get me focused in the right place. So I think the key behind troubleshooting IPsec is first to determine whether it's actually IPsec that's the problem. Some cases it may not be. We may just be dealing with general network connectivity. If it's IPsec that's the problem and you've verified that you can ping without IPsec turned on, then we want to check policies, authentication methods, and encryption levels. If necessary, we can use event logs and these other detailed events to provide further troubleshooting capabilities.